Welcome to the Huddle. I'm here with my man Keith Stevens, president of Team Takeover. Thank you for coming on the show, bro.
Yes, sir.
Kind sir. So you already know how we do on the Huddle show, man. We're going to get right into it. I personally know you, so this is going to be a good show right here. So before we get into Takeover and all the accomplishments, I want people to know who Keith is growing up. So we both from William Beans, the area in Susan. A lot of legends came through. Give us a little history about your time at Beans.
I mean, Beans is where I pretty much started playing basketball, started coaching, and just really realized that the basketball was a passion and something where I wanted to kind of create my niche at. You know what I mean? Started out coaching, probably like 17 or 18, coaching Ep2 teams. And, you know, I think from there, I went on to college, I played at Ford, I went on to school for a year. And then when I left school after my freshman year, so I went right back into coaching. So it just was one of those things where if you're not going to play the game, you still want to have a part or a hand in the game. It's it got me.
All right, so let's dive into Beans a little bit. So everybody had an OG up there. You was one of my OGs, Daryl, Day. Who was your OG of Beans that kind of took you and made sure you were doing the right thing?
It was many people. I mean, I think Day and I have the closest relationship still to this day. You know, and then Daryl and guys like that. So it was just, man, you know how it was, just being in that community, be it good or bad. They smack you in your head when they're doing right, but they're also there to support you. So, you know, that mentorship and that family environment made me want to continue that in whatever I did, basketball related, knowing the impact of me not having a father, and having a mom that was working multiple jobs, knowing the impact that they played on me, helping me become a man.
Gotcha. So you went on over to Forestville High School. Right now that school is done.
Done.
But you got a couple rings over there, right? You got one or two.
So here's the whole thing. I think the myth is that I had two. Like, I played on both teams, but the first go round, you know, and I probably was one of my biggest failures as a player. I wasn't eligible to play the second half of the season. First half, the second ring, I actually started, you know, I went back to school because I dropped out. I dropped out for a year, actually, after I didn't become eligible. And I ended up going back to school, ended up winning the ring, and then kind of went from there.
So why you drop out, man?
So at the time, I always tell kids, like, don't do what I did.
Right.
I had my first child at 16, you know, so there was a lot going on. She gets pregnant, baby's born, basketball season going on. I'm trying to manage it all. Already wasn't the strongest student, already doing things I should know and I shouldn't be doing. And it was just a little too much, you know, and I just walked away from it. You know, those same guys in the community were the ones that was there, like, yo, man, you gotta go back and do this. You know, you're doing not only a disservice to yourself, but more importantly, a disservice that's gonna affect your son long term. So that was pretty much that.
Gotcha. So how was that talk with the coach coming back to Forestville?
Read a lot of suicide.
So no, that he was very instrumental in me coming back because he offered me and Coach McCorkle to this day still talk about everything. And it was one of those things where when I left, I was doing stuff I shouldn't be doing. You know, so I gained weight, you know, and things like that. And it was difficult. Like when I came back, Quentin Hillsman, who's now the head coach at Syracuse, was coaching.
Q. What's up, Q?
And Q basically, Coach Mack basically told him, until he lose that weight, he ain't playing. So, man, you going up to the Falconer League, playing all summer, trying to get back, and everybody playing, and you know there's some guys that you're better than, and you should be playing. You know that should be your starting spot, but because you weren't where you're supposed to be because of the undisciplined parts of me at that stage, I had to get back in shape. So Q did a good job of us going up things, running the hills and stuff like that to help me get back in shape. And by the time the season came back, I was back starting and we kind of did our thing.
So you think that phase of your life is what helped you grow as a man and say, okay, no matter what, I'm going to strive to do what I need to do and get past the hurdles?
I think I had a lot of weaknesses still, but I think that was the foundation. You know what I mean? Just knowing that, like I said, growing up without a father, didn't want my son to have grew up that way. You know, knowing that if the next person or the next child don't have someone like a Day or Daryl Davis or somebody around them instilled in the right values, they can grow up making the same mistakes. So I think that's what kind of pushed me into the coaching piece. Like, look, I'm not good enough to get here. I can still, you know, have an impact, you know, by mentoring the kids and coaching them and teaching them how to play, you know, play the game the right way.
All right.
All right, so we've learned how you got into coaching. What's been keeping you going all these years? You know what I'm saying? We understand the impact of the lives, but you know, you hit those bumps in the road and you kind of like, man, I don't know if I can do this, or I'm too tired, or I don't have enough time to myself, so to speak. What keeps you going?
I think it's the passion. You know, the passion of it's two things. You know, you have the passion of knowing you can help and make a difference in somebody's life, right? Be it. And I think a lot of times people look at me and they're saying, well, he's helping the kids, or you know, he's doing this for the kids. But there's also adults who has aspirations to be college coaches and different things that, you know, I'm trying to teach and put in the right position and mentor them. So I think that passion of helping people keeps me going. Like, there's many days when I say, this is my last year, or I'm ready to, you know, to walk away and do something different. But I think the thing that always pulls me back is being able to turn on the TV and watch someone coaching, or watch somebody playing, or them calling you when they're going through some things and looking for that sound advice. You know, so I think that's what keeps me going.
Do you have a coach that you model? I'm hearing Bob Knight in my head. Is there a coach that you model your skill set after, or your coaching?
I don't, man. I think I more so just pay attention to a lot of different people and how they handle situations and try to pull from each one. Like, you know, I'm big on culture, you know, in the program, you know, doing things the right way, keeping it as family, you know, in a family environment. So, you know, I really like to go watch guys like Jay Wright, you know what I mean? And then when I'm recruiting, I want to be like, you know, had the confidence of like a John Calipari, knowing that if I speak on what we do, that will supersede what anyone else does. So I think it's more so just picking from different people, you know, just learning from them as you try to grow them.
Okay. So we talked about the coaching aspect. What are some of your greatest accomplishments as a player and as a coach? And then let's speak on the failures. Some of the biggest failures as a player, and you might have touched base on them already. And as a
you know, I think as a player, I think the greatest accomplishment is definitely winning that state championship. You know what I mean? And we were 21-4 going into that game, and back then Cole Fieldhouse at University of Maryland, and that was by far my worst game. You know, like, had a great season, and that was by far my worst game. So I think that was, but I still think that was the biggest accomplishment, coming back and dropping out of school, getting back with the guys, and us accomplishing the goal and playing a part in helping them win that second championship.
So what's the greatest accomplishment as a coach?
I think it's just, you know, I think it's daily. You know what I mean? It's not like one thing. It's just knowing that you're creating impact. So I always tell people, like, I think for me it's the fact that I know that every kid that finishes in this program goes to school and goes to school free, and that we have pretty much close to a 99% graduation rate in college. So
that's tough.
That's the accomplishment.
That's the win.
Yeah, that's the win right there. All right, so we're gonna give you a round of applause real quick because you're Nike's EYBL Coach of the Year. I don't really do accolades. You're a humble guy.
You know, if you look at it, I don't really do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't do, like, if you ever look at the team pictures, like, I don't do all the picture stuff and things.
Gotcha.
And the reason is, you know, it's not that I'm too good to do it, but it's more because the kids and the rest of the coaches put in just as much, if not more, work as I do. So I want them to be the ones that's focused on as opposed to me.
Okay, respect that.
So speaking of, you know, them doing that kind of work and more work for you as far as the team aspect, what is the average day of having the role as president of Team Takeover? You know, because you're not hands-on with all the practices, you know, necessarily taking all the kids home, but you are running this organization like a well-oiled machine. So what does it take, and what do you usually have to do to keep that going?
So that's
So you sit up on
No. Look. So I think that's, once again, I think that's me getting too much credit because we have division heads, so I don't really have to do anything but say yay or nay.
Gotcha.
And I always try to tell them, I prefer them to be able to make the decision before it gets to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think like Doug Martin is the athletic director, so everything kind of goes through him. And then you got Kyle Williams, whose son's played in the program, and he runs all the grassroots, sixth grade on down. So by me delegating, it kind of allows me to do other stuff, be it fundraising and things like that, where it sustain the program. But from a day-to-day, they do the bulk of it. I mostly answer questions and try to figure out where we can network to become better.
All right. Well, we got Keith Stevens in the building. We'll be right back after these commercials.
I'm Katina Pope, and I'm a female pro football player. We are not a flag football team. We are not in the lingerie league. We wear full pads, helmets, we suit up, we go toe-to-toe, we hit hard, we run fast, we tackle, we definitely tackle. We break tackles, and we break barriers. You know, your purpose on this earth isn't to be like anyone else other than yourself. So I want people to see me for who I am on the field. I'm still me. I have pads on. Take them off, I'm the same person. My team has 3 rings. It's another team out there that has 3 rings. We're fighting for our 4th. So this season right here is going to be the one to determine who is truly the best team. Support us, donate to us, sponsor us. I'm number 28, last name Pope. You don't want to miss this season. Okay.
Welcome back to the Huddle. We're here with Keith Stevens, president of Team Takeover. Right now, we're about to get into the barbershop talk. You comfortable?
Good.
All right, get the clippers. Let's get right into it. First question. Do you pay attention to the media and what they're saying online to you? And what's the biggest rumor or lie that you heard about Keith Stevens?
So from a media standpoint, I don't have social media. So if I get something, it's got to be from somebody reaching out to me saying, hey, this is what's been said. And I don't do the he said, she said. You know, we can't sit face to face and be said, I don't need to hear it.
Yes.
The biggest lie, the only thing I really heard that was crazy was Victor Oladipo bought me a car. I'm still trying to figure out what is that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But other than that, you know, I don't really pay attention to it.
Nothing too crazy. All right, so you still who?
Hell no.
I'm about to challenge you real quick.
We do a 3-point conversation.
I can still do that.
You can shoot a little bit.
Okay, well, we know we'll invite you to the cookout. Now, considering media, even though you don't have social media, Kobe and KG, they both throw shots at AAU, say they think it's hurting the game of basketball, hurting the league. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I mean, I've heard it. To be honest, I haven't went in depth enough to know what their thought process is behind it. I think like with anything, you know, you got some good, you got some bad. You know, but I think to put it all in a box, I think there's some unfairness in it. You know what I mean? Because at some point, you know, some of these AAU coaches were high school coaches or vice versa. So who's to say the high school coach is not? You know, I think for us in this area, we probably got some of the best coaches at every level here, from the grassroots to the high schools or whatever. So I think that's more so stereotyping without, you know, having all the facts. You know, you putting everybody in the box, which I'm not cool with.
All right, so we talking about all the facts. We know Curtis Malone, DC Assault from this area. He's kind of had a hand in everybody's upbringing as far as their programs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you talked to Curtis a lot. He helped you along the way or gave you some advice. What's your relationship right now with Curtis?
We still talk. I mean, you know, we still talking and, you know, just kind of helping as he goes through his stuff. You know what I mean? Just more so day-to-day, like regular conversations, nothing AAU related or basketball related. It's how you doing, how you holding up, what you thinking when you get home, you know, it's stuff like that. And you know, it's like anything for me, I try to learn from the people before me or the people during me. Like, so I just try to, you know, see whatever someone does good, see what you can take from it, and whatever they do bad, see what you can learn from that also. But for him, like, he's always kind of informing me on, hey, be careful with this, from a AAU standpoint and growing business and things like that. But It's just general basic talk.
So if you could take away one thing that sticks out that he told you, what would be the one thing?
Better yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people in everyone's program, but at the end of the day, as the figurehead, it starts with you and finishes with you. So I'm not going to let my stuff crumble because of what somebody else did. You know, and those are the tough decisions. I say this in all the interviews, like those are tough decisions that sometimes you don't want to make, but you got to make.
All right, so to piggyback on tough decisions. So coming up from William Baines, you and Kingston, y'all were both like big brothers to me and a lot of the neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got 40 years of history. For everybody that's watching, every Jaspers, every shop, give us the full details about what really happened with the breakup between Kingston and Keith.
I think it was a thing where you just grew apart. You know what I mean? Not even grew apart. We just didn't agree on everything. And I think he wanted the program to go in a certain direction, and I had another direction that I wanted to go in. To this day, we still talk.
Yeah.
Contrary to what everybody might want to believe and make it to be. I think he did some good things for the program when he was here. But like I said, sometimes it come down to those tough decisions to where you got to figure out, is what that person want best for you, or is what you want best for you? And at that time, I felt like there was the direction he wanted us to go in. It wasn't a bad direction. It just wasn't the direction I was ready to go in there.
Gotcha. Okay, I can respect that. So y'all still friends, y'all family still hang out, he still coming to the cookouts?
When we had cookouts.
Y'all got cookouts.
Yeah, cookouts you ain't get invite.
I ain't get the invite.
So
I'll be there this year though. What you got?
All right, so being some young brothers, I heard you say, you know, you pick up on advice and different things that people have done in the past that came before you. So, you know, you came before us, we young brothers trying to do our thing. What made you choose Nike over other brands? I see you're fresh here, you know.
Got the big Jordan on too.
So what made you choose that brand? Because, you know, at some point we might get there, we need to understand.
So for us, man, like, I think a lot of people, first when we started out with no sponsorship. Then we went to Reebok, and we had like a $5,000, $7,500 sponsorship, I can't remember what it was. And from there, we Nike, then the Nike thing ended up happening. But we were turned down 3 times by Nike before it even happened. You know, so I mean, it was one of those things where it was the best opportunity, you know what I mean, for us when it did happen. It was a platform that we can showcase the kids on. So it wasn't so much about, as people may think, about monetary, but it more so a platform, the stage where the kids can be playing in front of the right people and get scholarships.
Okay. That's a good clarification, people. You know what I'm saying? Stop assuming. So, well, you already said you don't have any regrets. So, are you focusing on becoming an agent after coaching again?
Never.
No.
I mean, I think, you know, one thing is, first of all, I don't have a degree, so you got to have a degree to become an agent. Secondly, the agent business is one of the most cutthroat businesses that you can ever be in, because there's not a lot of rules amongst you and your peers. You know what I mean? You know, in college, there's a letter of intent that can stop someone from recruiting your kid. Like, you know, people can still tamper and stuff like that. They got rules, but they don't really uphold those rules as far as tampering and stuff like that. And there's a lot of, I think when you get to that level, a lot of the kids and the parents and the third party people have a lot of unrealistic expectations, right? And, you know, so you start talking about, oh, well, LeBron is getting this, why I'm not getting that, you know what I mean? Like, always tell people, like, let's be real when we talk about it, you know? So I just think that's a business that, for me, I done did it to an extent before. I'm good.
So let's talk about locally and even on the national platform, AAU market. Do you have any rivals first at home in the backyard? We got a lot of Durant, we got Premier. Any local rivals or?
So I think all those guys do a good job. You know, and I always say, I'm for whoever's for kids. Our best rival is ourselves. You know, I feel like when we go to practice, our best practice is our practice is better than games. you know, and I push, and I feel like for my coach always telling me, you know, the rivalry of challenging yourself, right, is going to make you supersede whatever the competition is on the outside. So when I look at rivalry, I rival against our kids to be better than the kids before them, and the coaches to be better than me and the coaches before them.
Good politically correct answer.
Yeah, keeping it safe.
Yeah. So
in the shop.
So you know what's the most memorable game you can remember in this organization's history? I always wonder because you know you go to a lot of games, see a lot of kids play, and there's a lot of good memories. But what's the most memorable? I guess the most insane game. You just like, what is going on? This is crazy, but it's exciting.
This probably was. We were trying to think. What game was that? I think it was James Robinson's junior year, right after we won P-Shan. And then we won, we beat Bradley Building in P-Shan, and then we won Orlando. And we was the first team that won both, but it was more so, the game wasn't the memory, it was the interaction after the game. You know, us knowing that was the last time of us coaching Mikael Hopkins and Durion Atkins and things like that. I think that was probably one of the last group of guys that had the emotion, you know, that was super emotional about what had taken place. You know, it wasn't just a basketball game. It was like, hey, this is something we came together to do. We accomplished it. And I think the emotions was just, you know, there were a lot of people crying and stuff like that. I think the emotions of that was the biggest memory for me.
Same a little emotion. You want a little drink of water? You
I'm good. I'm good. It's right, because I was out all night. That's what it is.
So I do have a question. And so, you know, everything has been around, you know, the game of basketball, but you also help these kids in life. What's one of the biggest, not improvements, but more influential moves you had for a kid outside of the game of basketball? Like, you know, as far as getting in college or helping them get a job or kicking their career off after college. What's one of the biggest things, I guess, in your mind that made you especially proud? You know, saying like, man, you know, that's all right. This brother is killing in real estate, or he is, you know, he executive over here, and I actually helped, and I feel good about it. What's one of the things that you?
I mean, I honestly don't think it's one particular thing. You know, you do it for so long, and you see so many kids become successful, right? You know, it kind of go back to the question before, it makes you stay in the game. You know, so when you go and you watch guys, like, people always, because of the basketball world, I mean, that we're talking about in the basketball community, everybody focuses on Victor Oladipo, Josh Hart, Jeremy Grant, and those guys. You focus on the NBA guys, right? But as a program director, you got to focus on the program totality. So when you watch kids graduate, you know, open their own business or go to law school, right? Or come back and coach, and then you end up helping them get a college job, or you get them a job as a grad assistant, then they get their master's. Those are the things that drive you, and they're also the things that just become, it makes you realize why you really do it. You know, like, when you've won a lot of games, like I'm sure guys like Mike Jones and Steve Turner and Brendan O'Connor and Glenn Ferrello, those guys have won a lot of games. You know, at some point the wins are good, but the success of your players long term become greater, even greater than the wins.
That's exactly what Mike said on the last show. Yeah.
That's great, man. So I'm sitting here, get choked up.
Well, I got some questions for you though. So like, the program has helped a lot of kids get into the NBA. So now we're talking about, okay, the grassroots scene. Let's talk about that a little bit. How can somebody get their kids in front of Team Takeover to start at the grassroots?
I mean, a lot of it is tryouts. You know what I mean? With the older kids, like, when I try, honestly, I think when you have kids that's been through the program for multiple years, it's easier, you know, because they know what they're getting, right? So it's difficult, and you know this from being around and playing for me and stuff like that, it's difficult to come into the program at 16, you or 17, you would never play for me. Right? Because I'm probably not going to be what you used to. You know what I mean? You probably going to have a coach that was catering to your needs or not challenging you. So, or is willing to sacrifice something. Like I'm not sacrificing my beliefs for no player. So it's kind of difficult for kids to go from being an individual to being a team player and buying in.
Facts. Now let's talk about your coaching style a little bit. So, personally talking with you is David Banner. But then when you get on that floor and that first tech hit, the Hulk come out. Like, oh man, just start kirking. So I remember a game, it was up Beans, and it's the first time I think seen you throw a chick. I said, oh, this man gone. Like, and now you still do. Is that like your thing, or?
It's not, man. I think it's, and I always tell people, like, I've done a lot to learn to control it. You know, I had one incident this year I threw a basketball. And a lot of times people and it's not an excuse for it, a lot of times people don't know what leads up to it, right? So like, I probably the last 3 years with like one tech a year. But I think it's more so, that's that competitive passion piece of it where you don't go into, I hope you don't go into a game, I know damn well I don't go into a game until I'm going to throw a chair in the third quarter with 3 minutes, you know? But I think sometimes because you're so passionate, you lose your emotion, I think. And that's kind of like, I think that's the difficult part about coaching this generation. The passion, like they can lose a game, just be chilling. Be on the bus and they write on the cell phone. Like, I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like I can't lose a game and just go to the next thing that's waiting. Like, when I lose, like I'm pretty much done for that day. Like, you're not like, let me go in my room, let me do me. You know what I mean? And I think that's the part that I had to learn to be passionate, but also be able to control the anger within the passion.
All right, so I want to draw a scenario. So a lot of people say, okay, yeah, team takeover is going to be good or dominant because they get more of the better players, the more athletic players. What's my man's name? Oh, this is the scenario. So, Phil Jackson, right? He was a great coach.
No. Let's back up. So they say we're going to be dominant because we get the better players.
Yeah.
So why was we dominant when we didn't get the better players?
That's going into my scenario.
Okay.
So Phil Jackson, Jordan, Triangle, Pippen, Rodman. Of course you're going to look good. Before that, let's talk about what was your message before you got all the athletic players. What were you teaching them then that still made you successful? Or is it still the same message?
It's the same message. Play together. You know, play hard, play together. You know, there's no anything that's successful got to have an identity. You know, our identity is we play hard, we share basketball, and it's not about one player. So, you know, be it, you know, Victor Oladipo, who no one knew as a 9th, 10th, 11th grader, averaging 9 points a game playing for us and going into the NBA, or Josh Hart, who was playing at, people don't remember he was playing at Newton High School, you know, and things like that. So the common denominator is, you know, they've come up from under that umbrella and they taught to play the game a certain kind of way, right? And they taught to value the game a certain way, you know. So from everything from not being able to allow to talk back to referees to, you know, if the open man is open, regardless of what it is, kick the basketball. So I think that got to stand for something. And like we play, there's a pile or puzzle, however you want to put it, for each player, right? But we play a big piece of that puzzle of helping them get to that point.
Okay, I respect that. We'll be right back after these commercials. We're going to put Keith on the hot seat. Welcome to the Huddle.
Where did the name come from? Like, why did you pick Wing Builders?
Wow. So when I was in 8th grade, my last year playing the Silver Hill, I had a coach. I remember like my last practice. It still stick with me. I'm 31 now. I was 13. And I remember he sat us down and he said, you know, this is going to be our last game in Boys and Girls Club. Some of y'all never going to play football again. Most of y'all are going to just be hall walkers.
Wow.
And I thought it was like, I guess I got it. Like now I look at it, I was like, I get it, like it's tough love type deal. But some of us didn't have our dads in our lives. some of us might have lived with grandparents, and we were 13, so I thought that was like a tough thing to tell a kid at 13 years old. Like, you don't know how it can impact me, like impact them. Like for me, it was kind of like in the bag with motivation, right? But at some point, you gotta realize like there's not enough negativity in the world to keep you going. Once you reach a point, people gonna love you. Then, well, how you gonna respond to that? So, you know, I just felt like no kid deserved to have their wings clipped. You know, no kid deserved to feel like his circumstances should make him be destined for failure. So, every kid I deal with, I try to meet them where they are, and I try to make sure that I can make sure that they're the best version of themselves.
Welcome back to the Huddle. We got Keith Stevens on the hot seat. You ready? JB, take it.
All right, Keith. So first question: best era of basketball: 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 80s, 90s. Okay.
But why though?
Physicality. I think the game was just played more rugged. You know, right now you can't touch anybody. You get to move how you want. You can put that forearm or put that hand on somebody, you can really move. So it kind of shows who you really were.
All right, I'm gonna come back to that. Up Beans, you was a savage. I give you your respect. Who was your toughest matchup to come out of your era, your class, in that age group?
In that age group?
Yeah, in your bracket.
I don't think it was one of my bracket. I'll say older guys.
Okay.
Probably was Darryl Wilkins, but only person I probably had. No. I take it back. I'll give three people: Mike Green.
Oh yes, Lord. Mike, what's up, baby?
J.N.A.
Okay.
and George defensively.
George, yes. I can respect that.
Okay, greatest coach ever.
And before you break that down, give me the college level and the pros. Because a lot of them your friends, so we're going to put that out there.
Man, I don't really know.
No,
sir. Check me out. Because I think when we say coach, like part of coaching is managers. Some are better X and O's, some are better managers, some are vice versa. So it's difficult. Like if I say the best X and O coach in the college level,
We'll let you stay safe.
No. It's my man named from Holman from Ohio State, probably the best X and O.
Okay, that's safe.
NBA. X and O? Brad Stevens. Okay.
Not mad at that. Would you ever consider being a college coach?
No.
Why not?
Too much time, too many rules, and honestly, when you work for yourself for so long, I think it'd be too big of an adjustment going back to someone kind of telling you what to do and how to move.
Okay. 5-on-5, 96 Bulls, 2018 Warriors.
Always ask this question: what rules are we going to
90s rules.
So let's do both rules. We're going back to your area that you like. Who's
do?
going?
If it's the physicality, the Bulls win.
Okay.
If you can't touch, the Warriors.
Okay. Favorite NFL team?
Redskins.
Favorite NBA.
Whoever my kids play for.
Okay.
Facts. So let's talk about the kids a little bit. Top 5 greatest all time. Who your Mount Rushmore 1 to 5? And they ain't got to be nobody you coach. Just all time.
Just any era.
Any era.
Jordan.
That's the 2.
So you go by position.
Yeah.
Magic point.
All right.
Jordan the 2.
Yeah.
LeBron the 3.
Hey, now.
Bird the 4.
Okay.
5. It's tricky. 5 is real tricky. I'm gonna go Kareem at the 5.
All right, so most of the times we let everybody give us day 5 and we let it run. But as a coach aspect, why did you pick that 5? So break it down, because Magic defensively gonna get torched. Them knees had 2 couches after every game. He was soaking them things. So why you put Magic with Jordan and then LeBron? So right now you have no shooters but Bird on the team.
But I got high basketball like you guys. I can coach my however I want. I can put them anywhere, and all of that versatility.
I can respect that.
So if you wasn't coaching,
What's your favorite basketball movie of all time?
Having this a playground.
Facts. Alright. Kitchen Craig. What you ordering over there? I know that's your chef.
If I go over there right now, I'm going to get a blackened salmon, top of lobster, and crab meat with the pepper water spinach.
Sounds
They
good.
make that tool though. Jay, I give you.
Alright, so who's the greatest of all time? Because, you know, they say LeBron.
Are we really doing this?
I mean, people want to know.
Is there a GOAT though? Let's first
Yeah, you
address
know
that.
it's a goat.
I know my GOAT.
He live in Charlotte.
Absolutely,
Okay.
say that. Alright, so lately we had some controversy.
It's not
Haiti
funny. What you
or
got?
T-Mac, 1-on-1 at their prime, who wins that game?
I stay local with mine.
He wasn't on your top 5.
Hey, look. I said 102 now. He ain't good enough to get up here. But if we going that matchup, I'm going to see Pleasant all day.
Facts, man. Well,
Alright,
thanks
so
again.
speaking of local,
Uh-huh.
one more for the road. Iverson, Snickerdoodles, or Forestville?
Man.
That's tough.
Because
right
it's
there.
always
I think
a
I'm
debate.
going. I feel like you asked me too.
No, Slim, no bull. Iverson Mall got the best snickerdoodles. It's
Hands down. Hands
I
down.
used to walk from
Hands
Swan
down.
Road up that joint.
Everybody did. Everybody did.
Just to get me a little bag.
That's what we tell
When you
people.
go to Forestville, get the invitations. I'm going up there and get the grill.
Facts.
Respect that. So thanks, man, once again for closing. Any words you want to say to anybody?
Nah, man. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you always. Stay tuned for next episode. Welcome to the Huddle.